Father Kosco is a priest and pastor in the Diocese of Phoenix. It's raining out there right now. And we learned about his experience as an undercover priest in the diocesan newspaper, the Catholic Sun. Father, thanks so much for being with us. How are you doing today?
It's a pleasure, Jay. Happy Feast of St. Polycarp.
Yes. Thank you very much. We're going to learn more about St. Polycarp later on in the program. Well, in this Lenten season in the Lenten season of 2019, you took on the role, and I got to hear about this, of working alongside parishioners of St. Henry Parish in their day-to-day work. How'd you come up with that idea?
I think I had the idea. I called it Undercover Priest. I know there's a TV show that later came out called like Undercover Boss,
yeah,
where a CEO would go in disguise working with his people to find out what it's like. But I had this idea before that TV show hit. I think it had to do with the idea that a lot of time people complain that upper management a lot of times has no idea what's going on down like in the plant. I think Lee Iacocca, if you remember him, was he at GM or Chrysler back in the 70s or 80s, talked about actually going down where the workers were working on the cars and asking them, what would you do to change things? And to use those ideas instead of that separation of, the higher ups. I just started thinking, I wonder if people think that us priests are a bit removed from the day-to-day life of people. So I sort of just wanted to impress upon them, first of all, I didn't become a priest till I was 36. So it's most of us at my time, I was ordained in 2000, were second or third career guys. So we had worked in the world. I have a pretty long resume. And I just said, you know what? I want to do something thematic this Lent. Every week I'm going to work somewhere. And it's kind of a cheat because it's a great way. And if there's any priests listening, thematic homilies where you take Lent and say, this whole Lent I'm going to preach on this theme. And of course, you mentioned the scripture, but you sort of fit it into your theme. It really helps you prepare your homilies. So I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to work each week at a different place somewhere in my parish, and then come back and sort of report on it and use it as a way to integrate the gospel. And it just worked beautifully. It was just super. So I just asked people in the parish. I knew a lady who had a restaurant. I said, can I work at your restaurant one day? And I said, I want to wash dishes, just a dishwasher. And we have some dairies out here. It's 130 degrees in the summer, but we have dairies. I don't know how they make ice cream out here. But I wanted to work at a dairy. I wanted to milk cows and see what that's like, and just different little jobs. So it was a great chance to just get there and get in with the people.
Yeah, talk about that. Talk about the parishioners' reaction to that. And I have to ask you, did you get fired from any of your jobs?
I've never been fired from a job in my life. And I've only quit one. Let's see. Yeah, I think they were, like at the restaurant, they wanted to give me some really soft job or something. I said, no, I want to wash the dirty pots and pans. And they said, really? And I said, yes. Or I think at the dairy especially, first of all, I couldn't keep up with, and it was all women on this crew, Hispanic women, and I could barely keep up with them. Yeah. And but they treated me with a lot of deference, and they didn't want to say, this new guy doesn't know what he's doing and stuff. I actually had my clerics on when I was working at the dairy, so I wish I hadn't worn them because afterwards I was pretty dirty and I had to get in my car. I should have gotten another pair of clothing. I did at a couple of stores returning the shopping carts.
Oh, yeah.
Because people will get shopping carts, they'll use them, and then we ditch them out in the parking lot.
Yeah. Oh, that's a pet peeve of mine. That's a pet peeve of mine.
Is it?
Put it away. Put that shopping cart away.
Because someday they're going to take them from us and say, because we can't afford kids to pick them up, you lose them. So every time I go to the shopping, every time I park my car, I grab one, I bring it in for these poor kids that are out there. And out here, it's super hot. Maybe where you're at, maybe it's snowy and rainy. Yeah. Take it back if you're going to use it. But a lot of my parishioners saw me out there, and I had the little safety vest on, and they were like, Father Kosco, what are you doing? And I just said, I'm returning your shopping cart. Why don't you show some courtesy for other people?
Now, what was the best job you had, or your favorite, and what was the least favorite?
Well, definitely working at the dairy with the cows. I had no idea how milk really worked, and I was concerned that the milk was going to get filtered afterwards. I said, this is all going to get filtered because this is it's a tough process there, and it doesn't stop.
Yeah.
They just go. Cows keep coming in, and as soon as that shift is over, they just do it again. Wow. And it just, the nonstop work and the system of it and stuff. I just was kind of fascinated. This is how I get milk. I didn't really have a least favorite. I didn't mind anything. Doing a little construction. I wouldn't say that was least favorite. It was probably the physically hardest.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah.
I like work. A lot of us priests, we need to do physical work every now and then. I prefer to work on my own car. All right, change my own oil. Even if somebody says I'll give you, free oil change, I'm like, no, I got to do this as long as I can. I just got to feel that physicality. So
it's such a great story, Father. Would you do it again?
No. Yeah. Well, I already did it. I'm always looking for something else to do. So maybe I would. I mean, it wasn't a bad thing. I had to give up my day off every week. I usually take Tuesdays off. So I gave up my day off for 6 weeks, I guess. Not a huge sacrifice. But I guess I'd say I've worked enough in my life, and I continue to work. So it was kind of a one-time thing. But I'd encourage other priests to do it. Get in there, get dirty with the people. What do they say? Take on the smell of the sheep or something.
Yeah, I think it's such a great idea. Do you have anything planned for this Lent coming up?
I'm not going to shave. I know you were talking to Kevin.
Oh, really?
No, I never shaved during Lent.
Okay.
Ever since I was in seminary, because it irritates me, so I don't shave. I'll do another thematic homily. This year I'll talk about fasting. Last year I spoke about almsgiving. And spoke about just every Sunday about almsgiving. This year I'll talk about fasting, and I got to find different ways to talk about it, not just denying your body food. There's so many other ways to fast. I think I'll throw a lot of stuff away.
Yeah.
Every day, throw away a T-shirt or a book or just some piece of junk that you don't need.
Well, here's some advice, Father. So don't ask your parishioners what they think about the beard, because it did not go well for me with the viewers.
Oh, they don't like it.
No.
I know they don't like it.
Oh, yeah, no.
So I say, Lent's about suffering. Put up with it. They say, you look so much older. Won't you shave?
Oh, yeah, no, that would have been the kind thing for them with the parishioners, with the viewers here. But, hey, listen.
No, but each year it gets whiter and whiter, too. It's kind of a checkup.
Oh, I look like Santa.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I'm almost there, too.
Well, Father, it has been a pleasure having you on today. Thanks so much for joining us with that great story. And enjoy Arizona. Hope it doesn't get too hot.
Yeah, have a blessed Lent and a creative Lent to all the priests out there.
Thank you. Bye now.